lot of the times when we're trying to raise our vibration, what we naturally are inclined to do is to raise the vibration of the people around us. And sometimes that can create resistance because we want to raise the vibration of not only ourselves because of all the things that we're experiencing, but we want to raise the vibration of the entire planet, of the people around us, of our family, of our friends. And it's just not working because some people don't want to raise their vibration as much as you want to. You're starting to realize that some people aren't raising their vibration. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you in this video 5 ways to raise the vibration of the planet and also the people around you. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one to find clarity in your life purpose so you can live the life that you really want to live, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Now, the first way to raise the vibration of the entire planet and also yourself and also the people around you and all as a whole is to raise your own vibration. When you raise your own vibration and you focus on your internal traumas, you focus on all the internal stuff going on within your body, you focus on all that stuff that you haven't dealt with, what naturally happens is that you begin to raise the vibration of the planet as well. It just works together because as you raise your vibration, you also raise the vibration of the people around you and the entire planet. And this is the trap that some people can fall into. As they focus on raising other people's vibration, they focus on selling a perspective, they focus on trying to raise the vibration of the other people while they're still in a low vibration, and they're trying to raise other people's state from a needy space. If you're trying to raise other people's vibration from a needy space and a needy vibration, that doesn't work. You have to raise your own vibration first. When you raise your own vibration first, what happens is that now you automatically start to raise the vibration of the planet and the people around you. That is how this works, because vibration is an energetic thing. It's contagious. It's when you have a high vibration, people are pulled into that energy. The people that are ready to also raise their vibration will get pulled into your vibration. So the first step to raising the vibration of the planet, to raise the vibration of the people around you, is to raise your own vibration first. That's the only way. And I know that some people don't want to hear that. Some people want to focus on raising the other people around them, but you cannot raise somebody else unless you raise yourself up first. That's the only way. That's how this game works. You can't get other people to high vibration from a low vibration. That's not how this works. You can try that all you want. You can try to play that game, but it just won't work. If you're trying to change somebody from a needy and a lack vibration, it does not work. So the very first step to this entire process, not even explaining all the other things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video, is to raise your vibration first. That is the key. If you raise your vibration first, all the other stuff starts to come in naturally, which brings me to the second point, which is to lead by example. You see, what happens a lot of times in the spiritual process is that we try to raise other people's vibration by selling some kind of a perspective, by selling your viewpoint, by selling the viewpoint of spirituality. But here's the thing, is that spirituality is not a telling. Spirituality is a being. The more that you learn to be, the more that you learn to be in a high vibration, rather than selling a viewpoint of a high vibration, which is just a concept in the mind, what happens is that you begin to raise the vibration of the people around you and the entire planet. But you have to lead by example. One of the biggest things that I learned in my life is that one of the greatest teachers is being. Being is a powerful teacher. Not telling, not doing, but being is a powerful teacher. When you learn to be present to the moment, when you learn to be in a high vibration, when you learn to lead by example and simply be in the highest state that you can be the full embodiment of your self-love, be the full embodiment of who you really are and lead with that. If you lead with that, stop leading with the lack, lead with the high vibration. Lead by example. Don't tell people to raise their vibration. Meditate daily. Be aligned with who you really are. Go take action on your dream. Go take action on your purpose. Be aligned fully with your soul. Be aligned fully with your internal alignment. That will raise people up much more than telling them why they should raise their vibration. Now, believe me, what do? Part of my soul mission is to stand in front of here and tell you to raise your vibration. But here's the thing, that's what I'm called to do from the present moment. That's what I'm called to do. There's some people that are not ready to hear that message, and you don't see me standing here trying to tell them to raise their vibration. I am just being. But from the being state led me to record this video. You can record videos, start a business. That's great. That's a perfect way to lead by example. But some people around you, some people on the planet will not benefit by you selling a perspective of some kind, a viewpoint. Because you got to remember, spirituality is not a concept. Spirituality is a deep connection to the present moment and just being here now. That's what spirituality is about. Spirituality, and even to say that's what spirituality is about, is almost an understatement, because you can't tell somebody about spirituality. You can. That's what I'm trying to do with these videos. That's what I'm trying to get you to align with. But it's a being state, and you want to lead by example. Once again, I'm going to say this one more time. The greatest teacher is being. That's a teacher right there. When you learn to be, that will teach much more than telling or doing. What arises from the being state can be a telling or a doing, but the foundational teacher is the being, the energy of who you are. That's what will raise people's vibration more than telling them. If you're telling them from a lack of being, that won't really work. It will work to some degree, but it's going to be very, very limited. So the third way to raise the vibration of the entire planet and also the people around you is to accept people as they are. Okay, accept people as they are. Now, this is the biggest paradox, because a lot of people don't want to accept people as they are. We want to change people, right? That's what the ego wants to do. The ego wants to change people. The ego wants to change everybody around. It's from this needy place, like, I want to change the world. I want to raise the vibration of the planet. I want to change my family. Accept. Just accept. When you fully surrender and you accept people as they are, the counterintuitive thing is that you begin to raise their vibrations much faster than when you were trying to be needy and raise their vibration from that space. When you accept people as they are and you lead by example, like I shared before, what happens is that people come through when they're ready. That's what happens. People come through when they're ready. Maybe not even in this lifetime, and that may be hard for the ego to hear, but that's the truth. Some people are not ready to hear the spiritual message. They're not ready for it. Accept people as they are. Accept people as they are. Do not resist where people are at, are where they're at in their life. If you resist where people are at in their life, that is only going to persist that reality for that person. You want to accept where they are. Lead by example. That will pull them up faster. You have to realize, when you're trying to raise the vibration of yourself and also the people around you in the planet, you're pulling them up to your level. You're literally pulling them up to your level. So you have to lead by example and accept where they're at, and then they'll come up to your level. So rather than telling people why they should go to the gym, just go to the gym consistently, and people are going to start asking you where the results came from. It's kind of like that. Rather than telling people why they should be so spiritual, why not be a full embodiment of your spirituality, meditate daily, and then some people will come around when they're ready. Because if you're trying to tell people to change from a needy perspective, that only stops people from wanting to change. Nobody, like the ego, the nature of the ego is to not want to change. So when you're forcing change on people that simply are not ready for that kind of shift, it's almost like you're disrupting the natural flow of the universe. Let the universe unfold how it wants. It's not your job as the ego to forcefully change people. It's to be in alignment with who you are and lead by example and pull people energetically up to your level. Maybe some people don't even realize this is what you're doing. Maybe some people don't even realize that this is what you're doing in that moment. They're in that lower vibration. I totally understand. There's this part of you that wants to change the world. I completely understand. But you have to realize that if you're trying to change the world from that needy vibration, it's never going to work. And that's going to keep your vibration low as well. So here's the thing. When you try to change people from a lack of acceptance of who they truly are at the deepest level, and at the ego level, and at the spiritual, like at all levels, you don't have acceptance of where they're at, that keeps your vibration low as well. And that's not a powerful place to come from. It's not power. That's powerlessness. That's resistance. That's non-acceptance of the moment. True power is a deep acceptance of the now and allowing what needs to arise from that acceptance. Remember, change cannot happen without acceptance first. That's the key here. Change cannot happen without acceptance first. Only when you accept the present moment 100% as it is, then true change can happen. If you try to change from resistance, that's going to persist, whatever that thing you are resisting. Like if you're resisting that thing, it's going to persist. That's how this game works. It's counterintuitive. I understand. I completely get it. But this is how the game works. And you want to be in alignment with the game, or you can resist the game. It's up to you, okay? What I found in my life is that accepting people as they are, not selling a perspective, but being and leading by example works much faster than telling. Telling people is great, but being is a much more powerful teacher. Now, the fourth thing you want to do when it comes to raising the vibration of the planet and also the people around you is to have compassion, okay? Have compassion. If you're at a higher state of being and you want to help people get to the next level, you have to understand that having compassion is huge. Have compassion for where they're at in their life. Have compassion that some people are not exactly where you're at. You've been through a lot. Maybe you've been through your own traumas. Maybe you've been through your own difficulties. Maybe be open to the perspective that people are going through their difficulties as well. Be open to the perspective that people are going through their own things as well. Have compassion. You're thinking, Francis, how do I be compassionate? This is not a logical thing. You don't logically try to be compassionate. You just are compassionate by feeling and seeing where they're at. If you try to logically be compassionate, that is not true compassion. Compassion is a feeling. Compassion is a being. See fully where somebody's at in their life. Honor where they're at in their life. Don't resist that. When you truly see somebody, when you truly feel somebody for where they're at, that will raise their vibration way more than trying to sell them on why they shouldn't be where they're at. Because that's the ego, right? You shouldn't be here. You should be here. Why are you here? This should be this other way, right? That's the ego. That energy is very dark. It's a resistance kind of energy. There's no should or shouldn'ts in the universe. The universe is the way that it is, and everything's happening in perfect timing. The ego to resist that sometimes. I get it. I completely understand. But you have to remember that everything happens in perfect divine timing. And you want to show compassion for where people are at. Show compassion. Show compassion. Feel where they're at. You could have been there right now. You could have been where they're at right now in another parallel reality, in another universe. You have your own things. There's probably some higher vibrational beings looking up at you, showing compassion for where you're at. You might think, oh, I'm at a high vibration. I'm sure there's some high vibrational beings that we don't even have contact with yet, and that maybe they're watching over us and they're laughing at us, showing compassion, because this is a very dense frequency to be in, right? You think you're at a high vibration, you probably have a lot more density to go through than you might think, and that person has their own lessons to learn as well. Show compassion. Show compassion for where people are at, right? Everyone's on their own journey. Everyone has their own lessons to learn. And when you realize that, that's going to help them get up faster than by selling a perspective and showing resistance. That resistance and that lack only keeps people stuck for a longer period of time. when you show compassion, when you accept where people are at, the paradox is that you raise their vibration in a much faster way. Now, the fifth way to raise the vibration of the people around you and also the entire planet is to follow your purpose. When you follow your purpose, when you follow your true path, that's the fastest way to raise the vibration of the planet. Because I believe that every single person, every single human being has a unique life purpose specifically designated for them that is completely in alignment with the path that will lead them to the highest vibration possible. That's what I believe. There's some art, there's some passion, there's a calling that each human being has that brings them to the highest, most divine path possible. And the more that you align with that path and be in alignment with that path, that raises the vibration of the planet much faster. Sometimes it can be very subtle ways. Maybe you being in alignment is sitting on the bus and just being. For me right now, it's recording this video. In other moments, it's just meditating. But it's being in complete alignment with your purpose and being in complete in alignment with the path that brings you to the highest vibrational state possible. That means following your passion. That means following your heart despite what the people around you say. That means following your true purpose. Okay, I'm not talking about just following your passion. I'm talking about something deeper than that, because your passion can change. Your external passions can change on a moment-to-moment basis. I'm talking your deep soul's purpose. If you truly follow that, if you're truly in alignment with your purpose and what it is that you're truly supposed to be doing, what happens is that you're going to raise your vibration in a much faster way than if you're in resistance to your purpose. You see, we all know deep in our hearts that we have something to do that is going to raise us up. We all know deep in our hearts that there's something that we can do to raise our own state and the people around us. We all know it in our hearts, but we lie to ourselves all the time. We all know that there's something. Follow your purpose. If you're thinking, Francis, I don't know my purpose right now, that's okay. But you have to realize that eventually there's going to come a time where you do follow that purpose. If you don't know your purpose right now, that's okay. It will come. Remember that your purpose is always connected to a deep connection to the present moment. It's not a logical thing. Your purpose right now could be to go within and find out who you are. That could be your purpose. Maybe your purpose is not even to record videos and go after some crazy passion. Your purpose right now could be to honor the cycle of life that you're in and to go deep within yourself and start meditating. Go deep within yourself and start to understand who you really are. Go deep within yourself and connect deeply to that lack that you were scared to look at. Connect deeply to all those lower vibrational emotions. Connect deeply and cleanse those traumas. That could be your purpose. That could be your purpose right now, is to feel into those things that you're afraid to look at. That could be your purpose, which will then lead you to the activities that you know you're meant to be doing later on. But right now, maybe your purpose is just to be. It's just to be. I mean, that's always our purpose, right? Is to be and let the doing arise from the being. But right now, that could just mean not doing anything. It could just mean that you're meditating. It could just mean that you're questioning, what is my purpose? Your purpose could be right now to ask yourself, what is my purpose? That could be part of your purpose. Understand that if you follow your purpose, that is going to raise the vibration of the planet and the people around you in a much faster way. Now, the last thing I want to share with you as a bonus before I end this video is remember that raising the vibration of the planet is a being, okay? There's so many things that we can do in life. There's so many things that we can do. There's so many things that you can do and tell. There's so many different things I can tell you to do. But remember, I think the core thing to remember is that the fastest way to raise the vibration of yourself and anybody else is to connect with the being state, okay, who you really are. And what arises from that state is what will allow you to raise your state. And even if you feel negative emotions, even if you feel negativity, that's okay. That's part of the raising vibration of the planet process, right? You don't raise your vibration by jumping from here to here. You accept fully where you're at. You see what I'm saying? It's like so many people try to raise their vibration from a space of resistance, but that resistance is what's keeping your vibration low to begin with. So you have to remember that raising your vibration is an acceptance and a being of what is. Even if there's negative emotion, especially if there's a negative emotion, because that's the process. The process of raising your vibration is not to resist that you're at a low vibration. That's what's keeping you stuck at the low vibration. Accept, allow where you are, allow where other people are. It's so counterintuitive, right? The ego wants to change everything with resistance. When you let go of control and you accept 100% where you're at, that raises the vibration of the planet much faster than from a space of resistance. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one to find clarity in your life purpose so you can live the life that you really want to live, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Have yourself a great day as always, and I'll see you in the next video.